Go.
Okay, as I approach my bus, it's level, it's not leaning to the left or the right, which would indicate a suspension problem. I will now start my bus. Turn the bus master switch on. Watching for my ABS light to come on. It's on and go off. It's off. I'll start my engine. Now I want to build air to the governor cutout of 120 to 130 psi. Governor cut off at 130 psi, so that test is a success. I will now turn my bus off, turn it back on. Okay, it's back on. I will release the parking brake and I will hold my foot on the brake for 1 minute to make sure I do not lose more than 3 psi in 1 minute. This is the applied test, the applied brake test, or the air leak test. Okay, holding for 1 minute. Okay, it's been 1 minute. I didn't lose more than 3 psi in 1 minute, so that test was a success. I will now fan my brakes until the low air warning light comes on and stays on. It should come on between 55 and 75 psi. Alright, it's on at about 73 psi, so that test was a success. I will now continue to fan my brakes until the emergency brake pops up between about 20 to 45 psi. Alright, it popped up and it's at about 50, which is okay because it's over. All buses are different and this is an older bus, so that's alright. I will now restart my bus to rebuild my air pressure to at least 90 psi before I explain my service brake test. Turn my fast idle on. Alright, so now that my bus is in a safe range of at least 90 psi, I would do my service brake test. For the service brake test, I would release the parking brake, put the bus in drive, roll forward no more than 5 miles an hour, and press the brake. I'm making sure that the steering wheel doesn't jerk to the left or right when I come to a complete stop. Okay, now for the tug test, I will pull up on the parking brake, put the bus into drive, okay, it's in gear, and apply the throttle. And I'm over 90 psi. Give it some throttle, the parking brake holds, and I go back to neutral. This is my inside passenger mirror. It is not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to the bus, and it is adjusted to me. These are my mirror toggles. This is how I control my mirrors. They work, and my mirrors are adjusted to me. Okay, these are my four-ways. I know that they work because I see them in the Christmas tree in my mirrors and down the side of my bus. Left directional, I know that it works. I see it in the Christmas tree in the mirrors and down the side of my bus. Right directional, I know that it works. I see it in the Christmas tree, in the mirror, and down the side of my bus. High beams. I know that they work because I see them in front of me and I see them on the Christmas tree. This is my windshield wiper. I see them working. If I wanted wiper fluid, I would push the button. Here's my heater and defroster. I know that it works because I hear it. Well, that's strange. This is my horn. Beep. I know that it works because I hear it. There we go. It works. Alright, we'll leave my hazards on. We do not have fuses. We have circuit breakers. This is my fire extinguisher. It is serviced. It's in the green and it's secure to the bus. These are my 3 triangles. They are present and they are secure to the bus. This is my dual purpose emergency exit and ventilation hatch. To exit, I would twist and fully push out. For ventilation, I would just pop it open. The way I check that one is the way I check that one. This is my emergency exit window. Down the handle, fully push out. Boom. The way I check that one is the way I check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my seats and cushions. The cushions are not ripped, torn, frayed. The seats are secure and the frames are secure to the bus. The way I check this seat is the way I check all the seats in the bus. Let's go outside. Okay. These are all my lights and lenses. Clearance lights, 4-way directionals, headlights, high beams. They are clean, they are not missing or broken, they are the proper color and they work. Hold closer because you might not be able to hear me. These are all my lights and lenses. I have 4 reflective lights. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 4-way directionals and 1 reflector in the back. They are clean, they are not missing or broken, they are the proper color and they work. Clearance lights, brake lights, 4-way directionals, tail lights, and reverse lights. They are all clean. They are the proper color. They are not missing or broken, and they work. I don't know what you've been filming. If it's not me, we have to remake the video. At this time, I would ask my tester to check my lights, my high beams, my 4-way directionals, and my brake lights on the front, side, and rear of the bus. So you go in, raise the bus up, turn the hazards off, and go left, right, high beams. Off. Turn the bus off. This is my windshield. It is not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. It has no illegal stickers and it is secure to the bus. The way I check this window is the way I check all the windows in the bus. These are my wiper blades and arms. They are not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged, and they are secure to the bus. This is my mirror. It is secure to the bus. It's not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. And the way I check this mirror is the way I check that mirror. This is my battery compartment. The cables, connections, and lines are tight with no corrosion. And the battery door are secure. This is my steering system. The hoses and lines have no abrasions, bulges, cuts, or leaks. The steering box is secure with no leaks. The castle nut and the cotter pin are in place. The ball joints and connectors show no damage and are secure. And all steering, linkage, rods, and arms are not cracked or damaged. These are where my brake lines are at. The brake hoses and lines have no abrasions, bulges, cuts, or leaks. And there are no contaminants like grease or oil. This is my tire. The depth is 4/32. I would check that with a tire depth gauge. The inflation is 115 psi. I would check the inflation with a pressure gauge on the valve stem. The valve stem is not cracked or damaged and the cap is on tight. The tire has no abrasions, bulges, cuts, or leaks, and it is secure. This is my rim. There are no illegal welds, and the holes around the lug nuts are not distorted, and it is secure. These are my lug nuts. They are present, they are tight, there are no broken studs or rust trails, and they are secure to the bus. This is where my frame is at. There are no missing cross members, broken welds, or holes, and it is secure to the bus. This is my coolant and my sight glass where I check the proper level. Coolant chamber is secure to the bus. That's my oil dipstick, the yellow one. I would pull it out, wipe it off, put it back in, pull it out, and get the proper level. If I needed to add oil, I would add it here. My power steering pump is back there. I would unscrew the cap and check the proper level. These are my lines and hoses. There is no abrasions, bulges, cuts, or leaks, and there are no puddles under the bus. Checked that side of the bus is the same way I would check this side of the bus, except for the fuel compartment and the doors. This is my fuel compartment. The fuel cap is present and tight, and the tank and lines are secure with no leaks. Let me go turn the bus on real quick. Stay out here. My entryway is free of debris or trip hazards. My handrails are secure to the doors. My entryway lights operate and they are the proper color. Air in the door. Okay, the door hinges, operate smoothly. The back door, you have to push the yellow strip to exit, but the green light is on and I heard it engage, so I know it works. The ADA ramp. It operates and it has no leaks.